Hello guys, it's RagingRaptor here, and as you already know probably, I am working on the T-55A. And there I encountered a really hard mission in my experience. It's called the empty number 9. And what is it? It's to burn 2 enemies in one game or burn an enemy twice in one game. What is so stupid about this mission? Or what are we going to do in this video? First I will tell you how I managed to do these missions. The one for the Stuck, the one for the T-28 heavy tank concept, and the one for the T-55A. And what tanks are in my opinion suitable for that. So yeah, I finally managed to do this mission after 3 weeks. It was stupidly annoying. When you saw me streaming, I was just like, fuck, seriously, this is so annoying to do this mission, and things like that. I finally managed to do it with the T-3485. I rebrought the T-3485 in this occasion, and as you can see, I had first 35% win chance, and now I have 52. And I already got 2 marks of excellence now, only because I was driving this tank for the mission. And I even now close to get the 3rd mark. I think you get the gist that I was quite driving much this tank to get this mission done. I also tried it with the Panther, but I finally got it. So first I will tell you the first 2 missions, the Stuck mission and the T-28 heavy tank concept mission, I did with the Panther. Yeah, the first one was, for example, only burn somebody, and the second one was burn a tank which is 1 tier higher than you. With the Panther I did this against the KV-4. I was like shooting all day long his ass, and it finally worked. Why did I shot his ass? Because when you shot an engine, you have, for example on the Panther, a 20% chance that you let them catch fire. And with this gun, which is a fast firing high penetration gun, it was just like, okay, it shouldn't be that hard. Well, afterwards it was. So then I tried to do this with the Panther again on the T-55A. But what was the problem? Well, you just do not enough module damage. I started to learn the positions of the fuel tanks of an enemy tank. You will also see this in the replay. This is something really important, and I'll also say to you guys, when you want to get these burn missions, try it with the T-3485 or with a autoloader. And it is much easier to get the fuel tanks of an enemy than the engine. Because in the replay you will see that I shot a T-150 in the side, and here are the fuel tanks located underneath the turret, same as on the KV-1, KV-85 and KV-3. Where I got this information? First something I googled armor schematics and things like this, and afterwards I went to War Thunder. Yes, I went to War Thunder. In War Thunder you have the ability to X-ray tanks. I did so, and I saw, damn, the IS and the KV-8 and KV-1 have huge fuel tanks. On the KV-1 they are located like here. Or let's say the KV-5, it's easier. They're located underneath the turret and they're huge. And on the IS, they were located, when you compare, this is like the IS hole, they're located here. The driver is here and the fuel tanks are here. And yeah, thanks to War Thunder I finally knew where the fuel tanks were. But yeah. I would say for the T-55A this tank is perfect because it has a fast firing gun, and for its tier it has a huge caliber. 85mm for a medium tank is amazingly high. And I will also say I will try to accomplish the Object 260 mission, which will be burn 2 enemies in one game which are 1 tier higher than you. And I will try to finish this with another tank which has a huge caliber. Unfortunately, I can't take this tank anymore because I think it's plus tier 7, as it is already now. And what tank will be best suited for that in my opinion? First of all, again it could be the Panther. But I think it is easier to burn an enemy with a huge caliber. So I will rebuy this tank, the A44, get the 107mm cis-6 gun and try to burn enemies. Because I think it's much easier with this huge caliber than with something like the 75mm of the Panther. But yeah, don't want to let you wait so long, so let's go to the replay. So yeah, here we are in the replay. It's an encounter battle on Himmelsdorf with, we have no tier 8 tanks which are capable to fight only RD, and they have a really good T32 player. So yeah, what are we going to do? We are not going on the hill because it would be death for us. The T32 has an amazing gun depression and would just fuck us apart, especially when we are the best player of our team. So what are we going to do? We tried to sneak around here. It was 3 in the morning, I was so tired right now, I was still streaming right there and I was then so lucky when I finally got it. I was way too aggressive, I was just like, okay, let's try to hit this AMX, RL44, excuse me. We had already one shot which was fairly high, but then the Cromwell started to shoot at us. Unfortunately, I traded one shot which was stupid. As you can see, I was already really tired and I was just like, ah, fuck this, seriously. So, yeah. I have to say, I was now waiting to think, like, the SU-12244 is not a good player, as you can see. Nothing against you, mate, if you look this video, but seriously, I was just like, okay, he's not such a good player, so I have probably the chance to get him in the back, to burn him. And we also did so. Meanwhile, we are quite lucky that our scout down there was distracting the enemy like hell, so we had no problem to drive around here to get the SU. And what we also did is, we tried to trick him. He was already aiming like this, so I saw this and I just went to the right side. And unfortunately, he didn't let me to get on his ass, so I was just like, I need to kill him, otherwise I will get huge amounts of shots. He also did there quite a thought. He turned more, and this is stupid. If he would just now would have drive forward in this angle, he would have rammed me away from him, so I was stuck on the house, and so he would easily shot me. Just to remind, as a TD driver. So yeah, it wasn't a big deal. What this Cromwell was trying to do, I don't know. So yeah, still, we have 700 damage, didn't have a chance to burn somebody. So my next idea was, okay, the T-32 is up there. We could probably shoot his ass for burning him, but he's a good player, so yeah. Then was just like, okay, let's try to go here and get a chance on a T-34-85. They also quite burn easily because the fuel tank, for example, is located here, quite easy to burn when frontally. It's the same on a T-43. But then I saw a T-150. It was just like, hey, wait a second, this is a T-150. They burn easily. He is red. Probably I get a chance to circle him. Seriously, I don't want to be an asshole about statistics, but look, he has 53 WN8. So it would be easy for me to get him. And for my luck, he was AFK. So I already have to say, this was again the first lucky shot of mine. I only did 162 damage and not a high roll. And look, I'm shooting now his fuel tanks down there. They're underneath the turret. And the first shot was again a high roll with 183. I was there unlucky, but I burned him. And what did I do? He's burning. He has no fire extinguisher. So if I shoot him now, he will lose more HP. And this HP will be crucial to burn him again. So I ignore him till he is fully burned down. Meanwhile, I try to burn the T-32. Now he is finished burning. So, oh, what did I do? Oops, I skipped, excuse me. This was stupid. This was not intended. I misclicked that. And yeah. Okay, sorry, my fault. Can happen, okay? Don't be mad at me. So we will speed this a little bit up, because we already know this part. Ready, nice burning. And here goes my luck again. We can shoot him again with a high roll, but... See this? This was so fast. But up here you see, he burned again. He ticked once more. And this is how I got my mission. I was just like, did I get my fucking mission? Still, I was trying, okay, let's try to burn a T-32. Shooting him tons of times into the ass. But still, I didn't manage to burn him. As you can see, I was just like, come on. Here I was really not sure if I already got the burn mission or not. Still, I kept on shooting because, hey, I get some stats, as you can see. 5200 WN8 for 1900 damage. And as you can probably think, I was at that moment so incredibly happy. So, yeah, we stopped this here and yeah, look at the screenshot. Yep, and here we are, we have it. We had an ace tanker, 2700 damage, and we burned this guy twice. I think you understand how lucky, how happy I was then. It was simply and such an amazing feeling to finally have finished this mission, because it took me really 3 weeks. This is such a long time. So yeah, I have only to say, guys, try to do it in low tiers, because in low tiers the enemies tend to be once more bad. 2, don't have automatic fire extinguisher. 3, it is easier to burn them because the engines tend and the fuel tanks tend to have less module HP. And this is what I abused for this mission. I got a tank with a medium tank with a huge gun for that tier. It does a huge amount of module damage and things like this. It was easy then to burn. Anyway, and most of the time it was easy for me to burn one enemy per game. But here I was so lucky that I did not so high rolls and still was able to tick once more before he was destroyed by a teammate. Yeah, guys, sorry, this was some funny video, I would say. It was not like I would like to do this more like tips and tricks about these missions, because many missions can fuck you up quite much. But still, I hope if you enjoyed it, give me some feedback if you would like to see more of these videos, how I managed to finish different missions, because there are many missions which are annoying and need some tips and tricks. And this is what I'd want to do here. Do some tips and tricks videos about these missions, because we all know that many of these are retarded, like this one. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, leave a comment, give me suggestions about this new series, and yeah, subscribe if you're not subscribed already for the latest World of Tanks Super Test news, as well as reviews and tips and tricks probably now. Thanks for watching, and as always, good luck on the battlefield.